Hi, how are you? Um, YouTube Righteous Soul TV creator Somju Choi. Thank you very much. Choose my channels. In the Righteous Soul TV has programs YouTube essay. On today YouTube essay topic is Righteous Soul. Righteous Soul is my Righteous Soul TV programs. Righteous Souls TV names same. Righteous Soul. And now you hear what is righteous soul? How to live righteous soul? Why have to live righteous souls? We are now even you're do not accustomed to live in righteous souls. Righteous soul's originality is source, but we are now living is not depends on source, but depends on the body. But actually, our sinning eyesight to see is in the body, and we are living is based on the body's helper of minds. We are all just understand and talking is in inside coming up is minds. So we are just interesting in getting much more than others. That is minds. Why trying to get much more than others? It's maybe just getting energies for body, because the body needed to eating and satisfies its hungers. So we are all over our urgent living is to surviving bodies. So then we are just focus for bodies. This body is a kind of a house. In the body is some family livings. So we are just in the families do not interesting. Just the house is strongest, but we are just in the minds and the righteous soul and the kiss souls body, and body is like a house, and then family is wicked souls, righteous souls, minds. So that is minds is friendly with body. Furthermore, just wicked soul is friends with minds, but righteous soul is do not friends with minds and wicked souls. So mostly livings are interesting is getting much more than others, and easy livings, kind of easy living is, and just only by myself, only himself, herself, some what is that is a good facility, and then good clothes, and then good fooders, and good resting places. Yes, that is easy living is a kind of. Most people just study hard and then trying to get much more than others is for easy livings. So easy living is mostly winners. Winners, just reared from the winners. If a winners and then richest and then just successful persons trying to get to be easy. And easy peoples will traveling other countries and just what is that is yes, kind of that. But what is difference from just righteous soul and easy living or wicked soul minds? Minds is just try to getting much more than others for body secures, body problem solvings. But actually, righteous soul is righteous soul living is not easy livings, but righteous soul living is truly easy living to the righteous soul cannot explain it by one sentence, but righteous soul is here. Silence clean clear over creation of knowledge. Truly silence clean clear is, you think that what is the righteous souls? But actually, righteous souls, silence clean clear is righteous souls. That is, what is that? Vacance, nothing. Nothing is righteous souls. Righteous soul is nothing. Truly, nothing is space. So the space is, we call this cosmos. Nothing. So nothing is, nothing is all curve. I think it is some hard situations. Nothing adverse expression is something. Something is in the nothing. So that nothing is it, constant. Something is variance. So that righteous soul is nothing is constant. So the righteous soul is constant means time and space, time and space also constant. Righteous soul is here creation of knowledge. Creation of knowledge also creation of knowledge also constant. Then what is that is constant means do not change. So that 1,000 years ago, righteous soul, and now righteous soul, just so is same. So that is righteous souls is creation of knowledges. Righteous soul equal creation of knowledges. righteous soul, and then to read to the righteous soul is to read okay, now living structure is maybe righteous soul minds, wicked soul plus minds plus body. Yeah. So that is righteous soul is related to the righteous soul living in destination. Righteous soul living in destination place. If righteous soul is readed in these structures. But wicked soul, when the wicked soul, then wicked soul read to the wicked soul living destination. Mind plus body is remain at macro concept order. Macro concept. This is micro concept. Micro concept order. If we live a righteous soul, then we must. If we live in righteous soul, then wicked soul and minds must be what cause of 1 perimeter as that removed from the structures, the righteous soul and bodies, righteous soul plus body only. That is, I explained this. Why is minds then is actually it's mind and wicked soul sometimes resting times in the whatever. So we in real situations, poem writers and then in creating of novels, whatever at the times in some writers experiments with the minds and wicked soul disappeared by a moment. Then is righteous souls of just a surge of surviving strong powers, so the righteous soul get these bodies. So the righteous soul's body then is created to the creators to gift, because creators, righteous soul is trying to talking to the public the righteous soul, knowledge suppliers. So the righteous soul is, in the places of righteous soul creators and creating them, just writing scriptures and essay, novels, and philosophical, the book writers. If a righteous published book, that book is surely number of people read it, then the righteous soul of the regions helped by a righteous soul creation knowledges. Righteous soul creation knowledge is, just expand this knowledge territories. So that this righteous soul is only just knowledge territory expanded. Furthermore, as righteous soul activation, then is what is that is just growings, livings. Yeah. We trying to talk is a constant word, righteous constant. Jesus Christ times, Buddha times, and then Socrates times, they say righteous souls, and they said that at that times in the creation of knowledge, and the creation of knowledge from Sanskrit clear, inside. Jesus Christ and Buddha and Socrates, their inside is creation of knowledge. So they creating knowledge. So the knowledge is so-called that is, what is that? Truth. The same as we need to also all of people's livings based on just not all the knowledge, but creative knowledge depends on creative knowledge. That is why, in some old time or now, some regions or sames, if all of do not to be educated from the education systems, but they can live by himself, by herself. That is why righteous soul and silence clinic of creation knowledge depends. Then we are just righteous soul, creation knowledge is lava, volcano lava, volcano. But this creation knowledge is adapted to the inside of the earth. The knowledge is very flexible and fresh. But as time goes, the lava to be rocks and very not flexible, very rigid. The same as creation knowledge as time passed on, then is creation knowledge to be all the knowledges. Just all of people's then is all the knowledge. Creative knowledge is pure, new, and creative knowledge 100% is truth. But all the knowledge is plus, this is all the knowledge is not 100% truth. Here is mixed with lie. So that is all the knowledge can use wicked souls. Because wicked souls, something is, if occupied inside of a people's, then is, and a people inside is something is, what is the all the knowledge is. So all the knowledge bases, they are hard to just create knowledge, because all occupied inside, and here is inside. The inside is kind of all the knowledge. Then is all the knowledge to wicked souls' minds. So that is all the knowledge is just some just a class of powerful class in the regions. Then is a powerful classes. They are based on all the knowledge, and then so all the knowledge has powers, because all the knowledges don't have to be used in to be just inside is to be nothings or some things. That is based on just all the knowledges. And then all the knowledge is kind of, just traditionally, the legend about to keep continuous some knowledges. They can be mostly, has a power. The power is just all the knowledge is supported for easy living of wicked souls, and just mind is body. The same as all the knowledge is the powerful all the knowledge price is very constant, not use constant, do not progress, just stay at some regress, and just like lines. This is progress in inside circulation that is based on all the knowledges. This is this criteria. Crossover the criteria, then this is righteous or creation knowledge is just knowledge expansions. But this is not expanding knowledge. In this place is knowledge is to be what is that strong like just all the traces. Yes, righteous soul. But righteous soul is creation knowledge, means that is righteous. Only righteous soul is creation knowledge. Creation knowledge means that is to have a righteous soul to return to the righteous living destination places, but also righteous soul does righteous soul livings a huge number then in the places economically, social, geographically, all just growing places. So the creation of knowledge is a kind of just a new era. This is criteria. If at the time, all times the righteous soul appear up, and then starts clink of creation of knowledge basis, creation of knowledge appear up, then the time is a kind of jumping up. This is all the knowledges. Creation of knowledges then is jumping up. So, it based on it jumping up necessary is righteous souls. Righteous souls. So the righteous soul is, surviving the around of righteous soul livings. This is not simple righteous souls for righteous as living righteous soul, then is righteous soul helper, is righteous living destination places. Righteous soul destination places growing and just expand the creation of knowledge, then is what is a peace. And just although people's livings are excitement and pleasure and interesting, although people living in the righteous living places. So the righteous living surviving places, it never ever war, because righteous, even just one of a righteous living is living a place, then is a place, a righteous soul living places. So in the righteous living destination places have just creation of knowledge. Creation of knowledge is all about how to just depend, how so the opens the world. All just trying to be, getting know the method to, win the world. To do that is righteous soul is very important in the livings. If righteous souls, righteous living and righteous souls winning a region, then a place is righteous souls, and the place is expansion of creation of knowledge. So, expansion of creation of knowledge then is new and created in products or advanced to the just the system or educations, or is new, and this is for peace and prosperous blossomings. All of livings can share with others. Wicked soul, the disadvantages just only himself, do not other with others. But righteous soul is short time is the help to meal over others. So all short, righteous soul living is with others go just growing. So my TV is Righteous Soul TV is Righteous Soul TV to help, to find, to just know how to know to be righteous souls. That is, we were talking, and then just will just spread it to the world is by Righteous Soul TVs. And this is YouTube, so it's over time is wrong. Some lecture then is do not interesting. So I'm trying to conclusioning. Righteous Soul TV, Righteous Soul is something clinky of creation of knowledge. Righteous Soul is nothing. Nothing is so that our all living is to return to the right thing. But we as first we are something. So to be nothing is return to righteous living destined places, righteous souls. So, if in the living structures, minds, then we appear to be die. But righteous soul is excitement with to be die, not die. Just after learners to watching die as mind level livings, but the righteous soul living, returning to righteous living destination places. This is not simple, but we are talking the simply righteous souls. So, thank you very much. Here's YouTube essay a righteous soul. Thank you very much.